Hi, I'm Kathy.
Hola, soy Kathy.
I'm a Republican.
Soy demócrata.
I'm Caucasian.
Soy hispana.
We come together every Tuesday at 2:30 p.m. to discuss issues involving all Nevadans.
Estamos aquí cada martes a las 2:30 para hablar tocante problemas involucrando toda la gente de Nevada.
Coming to America today.
1, 2, 3.
Well, you know, Kathy, we've got a really, really good interview today with Lillian Babcock. She's here at CSN, and she's the one who actually recruited me to teach the American history and civics. And this quarter, they've actually added a phonics program. So I'm very excited about that. And I'm excited for us to interview Lillian. You know, we had her on the radio show, but like we've said many times, radio is so much easier than doing this. But we are learning, and we hope that y'all will be able to learn facts and see how blessed we are to have CSN within our community, not just for the youngsters, but for us older people too. And I hope that they will edit that. Okay, let me go back. Okay, I hope that no matter what age group you are, that you will consider signing up for CSN, requesting a catalog, or calling the number. And Lillian will tell us through the interview how to get in touch and how to sign up for classes. Kathy, do you have anything you might want to say to the Hispanic community?
Yes, I do. Hoy estamos aquí en el CSN, estamos con Lillian Babcock y hoy vamos a hablar tocante de cosas que tienen, de clases que tienen aquí. Las clases se encuentran en diferentes áreas de aquí de Las Vegas y también en Henderson y también en Mesquite. Hay diferentes lugares donde puedes llevar a sus niños y también adultos pueden también entrar. Hoy vamos a estar hablando tocante de todo eso. Si ustedes gustan, pues van a estar con nosotros. Si necesitan más información, hoy vamos a indicar dónde. Gracias.
Thank you so much, and let's bring Lillian in.
Vamos.
Thank you. Hi, everyone. I'm Kathy.
Hi, and I'm Kathy, too.
And we're here today on location at CSN, the West Sahara campus, with Lillian Babcock. Lillian, tell us a little bit about what you do here.
So I work for the Community and Personal Enrichment Program, which is under DWEED, and that's the Division of Workforce and Economic Development. And so essentially, we provide classes to the public for personal development, which is like the fun classes, your swimming, your dancing, your art, your music, anything of that sort, traveling. And then we have the classes which are for professional development. And we offer a lot of classes for job readiness. We have U.S. citizenship class. We have one for civics. We have those for English learning. And then we have those for computer classes, which are, I think, some of the most essential ones you'll need as you go back into the workforce.
And don't forget the American history.
Yes, absolutely. That's a good one.
That's the one I love.
And the phonics. We have phonics now, too.
Yes, phonics now.
Yes.
Do you want to just tell us a little bit about some of the courses that you do offer here, especially mine?
Yeah. So we offer right now over 500 classes that run within a year. And we do service over 3,000 students alone in our program, and for our division, it's 17,000, around that number. So some of the classes that we're offering this time around that we're excited about, we've expanded our youth classes. So we have robotics, we have classes for coding for youth, and that's from ages 9 through 14. And then we have the ones like creative engineer, which, go from 9 to 17 years old. We have kayaking. And then we're also doing classes for basically, we have what I enjoy, the woman talk.
Wow.
So building up women and being empowered. Right. I love that class. I like the name of it, especially the woman talk. And then we're also doing classes like for, I think, some class we have here. Let me see.
while you're looking at that, may I ask you, will you explain to us about the coding class?
Yeah, so
That's one of my favorites.
well, the coding class, we're working with Engineering for Kids this time around, and they are a local business that's working with CCSD to provide STEM-related courses. And so that one is it's trained to be more hands-on. It's creative in the sense that students are going to be in small groups. They're going to have about two teachers for 24 at max, and it's interactive. So they're going to build things, and then they're going to break them. And this is part of the idea of finding a solution. So their idea is you want to know how to make something, but if something goes wrong, how do you solve the problem?
Yeah,
so this
exactly.
this
What
is
is
big
the
on critical
age
thinking.
for that?
We're going from 9 to 14. So they're really age specific for the
Okay.
coding and engineering classes.
When does that class start?
That one is going to start. Let me take a look for that actually.
Yeah, we're lucky we have our catalogs up here.
Or all the
These
libraries.
while she's looking, these are really neat. If you didn't get one, you can always request one. I just love them. My classes are in here, and I hope y'all will sign up for mine. I do the test preparation for citizenship, for American history and civics, and also I'm doing the new phonics program this year. So y'all come on, call us, and sign up. Lillian, did you find it?
I did. I was on page 14.
Okay.
So we have the video game design, and that one's on 1024.
Okay.
We have the digital audio workshop, and that's working with Mac computers, Apple, and that's on 915 and 1012. And then this is something a little bit different. So this class in particular is not focused on coding. This is more about developing the character of youth, which I think is essential, especially right now. And that is turning a loss into a win with strong character for youth. That's 13 through 17. And they use a book, Maxwell. I don't know if you've heard of him. He's an author who writes on the development of the character and
great.
specifically.
Where can they find this information at? On what website do you guys have? So
We have the workforce, so if they go to www.csn.edu/workforce, we're there. We're at all the libraries, and that means the small ones too. I've been throughout the valley the last 3 days of last week. And then we're also at the chambers and any one of the campuses. That means minor campuses as well.
is there a major number that they can contact if they need a phone number?
Yes, so we have...
Provide that, please.
Yeah. I'm cutting you off, sorry. It's 702-651-4021, or better yet, I would call 702-651-4747, and they'll register students.
And if you have to leave a message, go ahead, because they'll call you back the very next day. So
will.
if you have to leave one after hours, just call them and they'll call you right back.
What do they need as far as the parents when they want to sign up in these coding classes? What do the parents need to bring? And is it something that they just if we have like the Hispanic community come in, do they need to bring social security cards to sign up? What is it that you guys actually require for each student to come by?
So,
That like a name or school that they go to, or
Well,
is
they're
it just
lucky.
any kid that can sign up?
almost any kid can sign up. What we do require is that when parents sign up their kids, most times they're going to call us or email us. And at that point, or before the class, we send them a form that the parents fill out. The
Okay.
form works for two purposes. One, to provide assurance that we have accountability for their kids.
Okay.
Right? So that's all the information. So if something happens in class, that teacher can call the parent at that moment
Right.
and take care of it. The other thing is for legal purposes and liability. So they fill out like the emergency number and all those kinds of things. And then the other thing is, upon paying for the class, it's automatic enrollment. That's really all there is to it. I mean, so...
And the class, how much is the cost?
Well, it depends. For the video game design, that class is $175. And this, what I love about these classes too, is that they really have them down to science. So they spend like an hour and a half in a class, no more than that, because they're talking about how much a child can take at a certain amount of a certain period of time, and being able to be interactive without getting exhausted by what they're doing. For the robotics engineering, which is filling up right now, that's $175, also 9 hours. And the video game design, which is a Kodu Game Lab, that's the same price, $175. That includes the material costs. That's why it's $175. So we include all of that. And we provide laptops to all the students for these classes.
right.
They get their own projects that they get to take home after the fact. And like I said, they get to build it, destroy it, and then build it and solve it using critical thinking skills at that time.
Wow, that's exciting.
Yeah, and it's bad, Kathy. We're too old.
I know. I would
You
sign
never
up.
know. You could always volunteer.
Yeah, there you go.
That's true. Also, I know here at CSN that when the instructors, teachers work with youth, they do a background
They
check.
do. They go through a
good.
background check,
Yeah.
and they do have youth training, so they understand the responsibility that they're taking on.
Okay.
Also, I had one other question about this. May they sign up now?
Yes, they can. So we started on August 1st, and it's up until the day of class itself that they can register.
Okay.
What about online? Can they register online for
They
this?
can go online. Absolutely. It's better yet,
Yeah.
go online. And that's the same website with the CSN/workforce.
Okay.
They would go there. Yeah.
And also one more question too. The classes are filling up pretty fast. I know even my new one is filling up. They need to hurry and act on this, right? So would you give us that website again?
Yes. So it's www.csn.edu/workforce, or they can always call 702-651-4747 to be registered for the class. And if they want to, they're welcome to always come in. We're open from 8 to 5, Monday through Friday, and even on Saturdays.
Because it's not just for young people, this is for us old folks
Yeah.
too.
Right. That's
So, could they leave their name and number or talk to someone and get a catalog sent out to them?
Yes,
How do they
they
get
can.
on that email address, email account?
A couple of ways most people have been doing it. They'll either call us directly and say they want to be put on the list, and we send it out that day, or they email DWEED, and it's the dwed.csn.edu that they send it to. So whatever works for adults, we're really flexible as far as getting out to them what they need, because we do offer, like you said, classes for youth, and then the majority are for adults. And we have classes for 17-year-olds, the HSC GED classes. For math, in particular, that's something that most people need no matter what age they are.
Right.
So we have an expansion of that. It's just math basics and intermediate, breaking it up. We have ACT math as well. And then we've also expanded some of our classes for adults. I'm trying to think what it is. One of them that we're offering now, we have the HTML class. We have classes for certification, and then we have an addiction specialist class, which is brand new for this semester. That's certification at the facility of the owner.
Are they? They're also offering creative writing courses, teaching people to write stories.
With Robert Colley.
Right.
He's actually
I
an
like
author. He's an author. He is. He likes Westerners.
that. Yeah.
So he's written a few books, and we've been lucky enough to read them. And then he, like you said, he does creative writing, and he actually has an assistant who helps the class. So it's another instructor in the class. Yeah, he's great.
That is good, and we can learn to do blogging that
you
people
go.
will actually read.
Yes. That's
Well, it sounds like a lot of exciting things
Yeah.
coming up. And are there deadlines that anyone they need to know about, that they need to hurry up and sign up to
Yes.
what point?
So in general, 3 days prior to the class, that's when the deadline is. I mean, at that point, either class is filled or we're moving the class date. And it's also courtesy for the instructor and students, for those who've registered, to give them that notice.
And what happens if the child says, Mom, I don't want to do this? Can they drop out? And what point do they say, okay, you know what, you can
Right.
drop out now?
So our policy is very clear, and I just went through this today with one of our students. Our policy is non-refundable.
Okay.
This is online. This is what our
That's good to
registration
know.
workers will tell you, and it is in the book. It is really, literally everywhere.
Good.
But what it is, 7-day policy. So if you want to transfer or have an e-voucher, which is credit for that amount of that class, it's a 7-day notice in writing, and generally that'll go through me. So they can email me directly, or if they call and then email, but it always has to be in writing so that we can follow up with them. And it benefits the student really when we do it that way. But if it's not 7 days in advance, then you really cannot get an e-voucher or a transfer. We only do refunds if we cancel a class. That means that the class cannot run, and therefore, obviously we want to give your money right back. But students can use the money. It's not lost to them.
That's a good thing to know. Also, I know here in Clark County, we have a problem with traffic. And we have a lot of accidents. We have a lot of pedestrians who don't use the crosswalks.
The hair is a big place right here.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was thinking when you go to turn in. But, CSN actually offers a class to create traffic awareness. Did you know about that? I think this is something we ought to all be required to do in Clark County.
That would be a good idea.
But, it is. And it actually is $55, and it's just a one-day class. So that would be, well worth, enrolling in. And you should be 18 or older to do that. Also, what about if a person calls and they have a disability?
So if they do have a disability, I would go at that point and contact the Charleston campus. It's obviously one of the largest, but if you call 702-651-5000, you'll get the operator. You tell them that you want to talk to disability services, and they're very good at contacting you and helping you at that point. And they'll take care of it. Once you contact them, they set in motion what you need, and they'll contact us if there's anything on our end that we need to do.
Well, that sounds good. What about for vets? Some have the GI Bill, and I know there's a little bit of stipulation within that, but it's well worth calling and finding out. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
So when it comes to anything as far as funds that are not of directly of one's funds, what we do is a voucher system. So we have a couple options here. If they really need a class and it's going to be of service to job readiness, we look to see if we can provide them that class at no cost to them.
Oh, wow.
The other option that we do have is if it's a voucher. So depending on how that bill's written or what it specifies the classes they can take, if it's workforce related, generally they'll allow for an e-voucher or a voucher of sorts that has a number that we can use, and it's established with a generally like a WIA, which is workforce related. And so at that point it becomes at no cost to the student.
So very good records are kept.
Yes.
So it can be reported to the employers that their employee is actually in the class.
Right. It's an accountability measure that they have in place because it allows them to ensure that the student's going to class, and then also so they know that the class that they paid for is to the benefit of the student.
And I know that we as teachers, we have the option that we can do certificates.
Yes.
Yeah, and that's really fun. I like that. I'm trying to think about anything else that maybe our listeners might want to know, Kathy, that you...
Well, I'm just wanting to know how many campuses do you have?
Oh, wow.
Ooh. So we have the main campuses, Charleston, Henderson, and Cheyenne. We have the minor campuses, which I shouldn't call minor, but they're the new facilities that are tech related. So you have Western Tech, you have Green Valley Tech, you have Sahara, you have Mesquite. We have
Summerlin has one.
That's a beautiful campus.
Henderson, I know.
Yeah.
Huh?
We have about 12 campuses.
Okay, so then there will be, in different campuses, there's different things that they can find. So they're just going to go to the website and see what they
and
join.
Something for everybody.
Right. And we have classes too. We work with a lot of businesses. So we have like Jamie Okono, who has What It Is. And people really like, it's one of our top 3 most popular classes, wood making. She does like table making. She even had them one year make rocking chairs. People love that. Yeah, you have to be at a certain level, but she builds students to get to that point. We have Christian. I can't say his last name. He's French, so that's why I can't say it. But he does woodworking as well. But he does like the beautiful, like when you make pens or pencils and very fine things. That's what he does.
So are there counselors on every one of the facilities that if someone has a question, what counselor would be able, and how would they be able to talk to a counselor? Where do they go?
Right. So I would say for our classes, because we are continuing education, generally, like I said, it's either personal development or it's workforce related. We in our program do not have counselors, but I can say if they call us directly, let's say about a question of a class, if we can't answer the question, our instructors always can. They're very good about being, accessible. And then if it's something that's related, let's say to the credit side, and they want to know if they can fit one of our classes into what they're doing on that end, we do give them the number to contact. Services over there, and they're pretty good about it.
Good. That's good.
And I always feel really safe here because we have a lot of security.
Yeah, we do.
So
We do have that
for
every
the
campus.
Instructors and for the students.
And the medical field, you also have classes for...
We do. The healthcare program, which is out of the Division of Workforce and Economic Development as well, they hold classes like dialysis, which is really big right now,
Right.
phlebotomy, you name it, they really do cover a wide range. They have a catalog as well, and they're out of this facility.
Oh, good. Okay.
CPR, they have
I need
a
to
wide
take one
range.
of those books.
Yeah, you should. In
pretty
fact, I've been
priced,
looking
too.
at classes too. Lillian, another thing too was last quarter, I actually met the instructor for the if you want to have like the home birth.
Oh,
So we had the-
yes.
That was fun
Wow.
listening to her talk. Yeah.
You're talking about Allison Butler.
Right.
Yes. So she's teaching a class this semester called Birth Prep Essentials, and it's a one-day class. You bring your partner with you. You bring a towel and a little bit of like a basically of a lunch of sorts. I consider it like a picnic.
Oh, wow.
And you learn how to breathe, because she was saying the biggest thing that women have issues with is the breathing. And, the pain. And so a lot of pain just like is a matter of breathing, which I don't know how I felt about that, but I guess it's all about the breathing. So she's having a class, and she's been teaching for years. Not even teaching, she's been in practice 4 years here, and she loves what she does.
She is a really good instructor
Yeah,
too.
that's good.
I really learned a lot, and I've had babies.
Very holistic. Very holistic. Yeah.
Yes.
Wow.
So also, I noticed that there is a safety program. And
There is.
That's an upcoming class, so I was wondering about that one too.
So the safety program that goes through Craig, and I don't know all about what they're doing right now for development. I know it's, like you said, it's a fairly new thing that's coming out, but Craig is the one who would be the best person to call about that. I don't have his number on hand. There's a lot of people in the division.
But the main number.
The main number would be the 702-651-4747, and we always transfer.
Good.
We're really good about that, especially with ESL. So,
Right.
yeah.
Wow, it sounds like fun.
Yeah, and I noticed in here too that my American History Civics class will also be taught in Spanish.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, ahead of me. So hopefully those students can come into my class next
Yes.
time, because you do need to know English.
Right. Well, and maybe that'll be good with phonics. We're working
Right.
with one who's doing he's from Mexico City. He's teaching, like you said, your class in Spanish,
Right.
and you do have that portion where you have to be able to speak English. The questions they ask you. And my dad just went through that this month.
Did he pass?
Yes, he did.
Oh,
So
yay.
he's excited. That means my
We're
sister's going to take a
excited.
test now. But, I agree. He spent about a half a year preparing. I don't know that he really needed a half a year, but he was really anxious about it. So he did practice questions with us to get ready. And I think it'd be good for students to take phonics, because you do work on pronunciation,
Right.
and taking that time to speak slowly.
Right.
So.
And don't roll your R's. Now, my class in phonics will also cover the portion of the interview. So I will teach you how to do the interview also. So that's covered in the phonics class.
I would like to speak with our Hispanic community and let them know that
I
we're
know.
here. So I just want to say, hoy estamos aquí en el CSN, estamos con Lillian Babcock. Si usted necesita algo, se puede llamar al número 702-651-4747, o el otro número es el 702-651 4059. Ella viene aquí con nosotros para hablar un poco tocante de las clases que hay aquí, y queremos enseñarles que hay oportunidades, hay cosas que puedes traer sus hijos en diferentes áreas aquí en la escuela. Si necesitan más ayuda o información, pueden llamar a este número, que es el 702-651-4747 o el 702-651-4059. Gracias.
That was great. I'm starting to learn some of the words. I'm excited. So, Lillian, in closing, because you've been a great guest,
Thank
we
you.
had her on our radio show.
Yes.
And Kathy, don't you agree? Radio is easier.
Yes, it is.
But we're learning, and we were so happy to have Lillian
Thank
here
you.
today. And do you have anything else that you might want to say, and give the number and the website again?
Yes.
And
So there are 3 classes I do want to mention. I was thinking about it because we've expanded. It's sometimes hard to keep track of, but we are offering a class on jewelry making, which I think, for a lot of ladies, and I've had a lot of people, actually ask me about this kind of class. We finally found someone who's one of our students, and she came with all this cool stuff, and we asked her, like, where'd you buy that? And she's like, oh, I made it. So she's working with us now. Her name's Maria.
I gotta get that from my mom.
Yeah. It's a fun
would
class.
love that.
And then we also have classes for pets. So,
Okay.
Oh, yeah,
for all pet
CPR.
lovers. Yeah. You have animals. You love them. So
I do.
we have CPR. Yes.
For the dog.
Yes. Well, you won't be practicing on an animal.
Oh, okay.
But you're gonna have a kit that they provide, and a sort of something that you are going to try it on.
Now, don't get me wrong. I love dogs and cats, but
I'll stick to American history and civics.
Well, but it's a class
don't
you can
bite.
learn. You could be, a hero and save an animal. You never know.
what if
Yeah.
it bites me?
That's true. That's
What I was
point.
thinking.
Out of love.
Okay,
Out of
yes.
love.
Out of love. All right.
So we have that, and then we have Spanish for law enforcement, which
Oh.
is something that Creditside doesn't offer, but we offer. We have Spanish for law enforcement.
That is really good.
Yeah,
That is a great idea.
it's a new class. We have an instructor. He moved over here with his wife. She got into a PhD program, and so they're over here, and he used to teach it over there as a professor on the credit side. And
Wow.
he asked us,
Wow.
like, we don't have it at all.
What
so
campus is he at?
he's going to be at the Charleston and Summerlin campus, so he's going to be
Oh,
teaching at 2
good.
different locations, and I'm hoping that will give, the opportunity to law enforcement to come and take the class. And
would be
it's
great.
it's 20 hours, and they really do focus on, they're going to do some case studies, obviously, in the class and work in groups. But I'm hoping that class does well because it's new, and I think it's something that we need, especially in our
Yes,
community.
most
Do
definitely.
you have to be in law enforcement? I mean, could maybe some of attorney, paralegals, and
They
people
could.
like that take
They
it?
could.
Because they deal with that.
That's true.
Kind of thing.
Yeah, they can register. I mean, there's not a problem. If they want to, they're more than welcome to. We just really want those people to at least, try taking the class, because a lot of them
Yeah.
deal with the community but don't have any idea of the language, and that's a barrier.
That's a good idea.
It is. And that also makes the person feel a little more comfortable, too, that has gotten into trouble. And that can completely change the situation.
Absolutely.
Make it a
Yes.
little better. I noticed that we have conversational Spanish and conversational English. So I think that, too, would be a good thing.
Yeah, we're covering
So-
all the bases.
And I noticed something about something that's coming up. I think it is December 3rd, a Christmas type thing that talks about Christmas in other parts of the world. Or
Yes. So we have Marsha Lee. She's been with us for a decade at this point.
Wow.
And yeah, she's very eclectic. She has a lot of different things that she likes to teach, but she likes a lot of artwork. And so she asked this semester if she teach something that dealt with the different, values that, with the creating of art. So she does have a holiday class, and I think she's excited about that.
I'm excited about that.
You're going to build wreaths, what she
That's
was saying.
cool.
That's one of the things. Yeah.
Well, you know what I would say, I think everybody needs to get in touch with their community college.
Exactly.
I agree.
This can benefit us all.
Well, in the classes, something we're very proud of in our program is that our classes are affordable. And if they're not affordable, we do try to work with students. We do ask them, what classes do they want to take? What's an affordable price? What's a price they think is fair? And then we make sure that we pay our instructors and cover. That's the first thing that we cover.
Well, instead of parents giving out gifts, they can give out, a
Right, that would
CSN
be
class
great.
for their
Right.
children and say, hey, this
Do
is a
you
good
have
thing.
gift certificates?
We do. So we have
Ooh.
the e-voucher is similar to that. You can gift it to somebody. Let's say you
That's
decide
a
not
good
to use
idea.
it. Yeah. So we do provide that. They just have to contact us, and it's really that easy. We make a voucher for them, and they can use it for that class or for any one that they want.
Good.
Yeah.
So
That
you're
would
never.
be great grandparents.
Yeah, there you
then,
go. So
as
we're
well
never
as-
too old to learn
Yeah.
something.
That's
So
true.
this is a great opportunity for a lot of people to sign up.
Are you going to sign up for a class?
I am. It sounds like I want to sign up for several classes now.
We do CPR for animals.
I already did
Oh, no.
CPR, but I ain't doing
I don't think but another thing too is the arts, like singing, like guitar playing. There's
Yeah,
a lot of
right.
guitar things. Playing the piano by ear. Can you
Wow.
imagine that? And I'd need both ears to play it. But piano, and there's also, teaching you how to speak within groups and different things. There's just so much.
I think I need to
There.
join that one.
Yeah, that would be good.
Yeah, we have guitar ensemble. This is with Lance Golding, and he's teaching not all of them, but like he has his own business actually.
Oh, wow.
So he does the whole guitar thing, and he's very much of a free spirit. So he's like, this semester you want to teach guitar ensemble, which
Wow.
is a new addition, and that does what he said. They learn to work within a group. And then you go through the notes, and then they're also going to practice and at some point do their own rendition.
Wow.
Well, I noticed in here it even talks about root canals.
Yeah.
Tell us about that one, Lillian. I'm
So-
curious.
So the writer of that, Pat Getter, she has a way with words.
Uh-huh.
And so she teaches a class on essentially, when you have to go out there and speak in front of a jury, how you're going to give testimony and what to look out for, and how to explain yourself, because, what you're saying up there, how you say it and what you say is being judged. And so that's
Right.
something that she's very good at. She has experience in her past. And then also, like I said, she has a way with words.
And she's making it easier than a root canal
Yes.
to do
Wow.
depositions. I think that's really neat. So there's so many good things here at the community college. And there's got to be a campus near you.
And I need gift cards now.
That's what you're telling them to come in for you. It's a good way to go.
So, Kathy, what do you think?
I think this is an
This
opportunity.
Republican can agree with
This Democrat. And I really enjoy everything that you showed us today.
Well,
and
thank you.
Thank you for a great opportunity.
nonpartisan campuses.
Yes.
Definitely.
Yes, we are that.
Okay, Lillian, you have the last word.
So I will provide the information once again. They can contact us at 702-651-4747, or they can always email us at I shouldn't say email, but go to the site www.csn.edu. And that will take them to the main page if they want to go for credit side. And if they want to go to non-credit, you just put a /workforce and you'll go right there.
Can I bother you again? Say it one more time.
Yes, I can. So it's www.csn.edu /workforce.
And the phone number?
It's 702-651-4747.
And be sure and
Hi, I'm Kathy.
Hola, soy Katy.
I'm a Republican.
Soy demócrata.
I'm Caucasian.
Soy hispana.
We come together every Tuesday at 2:30 p.m. to discuss issues involving all Nevadans.
Estamos aquí cada martes a las 2:30 para hablar tocante problemas involucrando toda la gente de Nevada.
Coming to America tonight.